Miss Malani.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
So early, so early.
So, este meeting empieza a las 7 o a las 7:30.
7:30.
Ah, ya. Okay.
El lunes le damos tiempo a la gente, haga todo lo que tiene que hacer el lunes. Yo te digo,
Yo pensé.
tengo otro a las 9 después de esto. Pero no es mío.
¿Tú tienes otro a las 9?
A las 9 tengo un meeting que de 9 a 11, que es un grupo que maneja todo, es muchas cosas, no manejan solo multifamily, o sea, real estate, pero bien básico y está, básico en el sentido que entrepreneurs que hacen estas cosas, consiguen tarjeta de crédito, consiguen capital, hacen negocios con él, con Amazon. Todo, lo que a mí me gusta de ese grupo es que la gente está siempre con una noticia nueva de haciendo algo. Entonces, me encanta cuando todo el mundo se queja y esta gente siempre está haciendo algo. Un muchacho, te digo, tiene más de $500,000 de capital y es llavero. Es decir, abre autos y él empezó porque abre autos en las personas y locksmith, ¿está? Y el loco, te digo, tiene $300,000, yo todavía no voy para invertir.
Pero siempre están en algo.
No, siempre están en algo, cosas que están. Nosotros siempre hacemos una sola cosa. Just they do a bit of everything. Let me change to English because we have someone. No, I thought it was Naham.
Hello.
Naham. Hello, hello, ladies. Well, today we have the ladies. On Thursday we have all the men. Today we have the ladies. Ay, ay, ay. Let's give sometimes. Any questions? Things? How are we going to buy or sell? Lenny, I've been with some people that I'm we're doing the wrong thing. Fernanda Bustamante.
Who's doing the wrong thing?
Us. I don't know how you're doing, but I'm doing the wrong thing. I'll tell you this one. She is like 26, 89 transactions. Show it to me. 15 sales, and the other ones rentals.
Traditional real estate?
Traditional real estate. And probably you will meet tomorrow. We create another group with another 2 ladies. And also, I mean, I don't know their production, but it's crazy production. 30, 40 transactions. Today.
Yeah, that's interesting.
In this year, it's crazy. And no big teams,
Yeah,
they have assistants. They have assistants? Yes, they have assistants. She's paying Wailopo. She's getting leads from Wailopo. Samar, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good, and I'm far away from the microphone.
Oh, yeah, still?
Tomorrow you're going to sing. You're going to do karaoke.
Tomorrow you have the networking event in person? No.
Yes, in person, and you should go, people, because team is going to analyze a deal. You have to drink some coffee because he goes into details. Like, we should go because this is an apartment building. I think it was $40 million that he couldn't finish. But he's going to explain a lot of things he did, and I was part of that. Not part of that, but I tried to work with him or invest with him or find investors. He really knows big projects. So, I mean,
who's this?
Yeah?
Tim. Who's this?
Tim. Tim.
Oh, Tim. Yeah, okay.
I mean, not everybody like to share and talk too much like we do, but he's good. He been working underwriting in very good companies, big deals. So he had that mind to underwrite. I still, what I was talking to Molani, my surprise in this world is like, I find people that don't know so much about what we know, and they're making great. I mean, it's not all about
Sorry.
one way to do things, but like it's about finding how you can want to make money. These ladies I met in real estate, and Armando, we created a thing with Armando and we're going to look for wholesaling. But we're going to look into wholesaling more houses. Let me see. We were only for Anadan if he's coming in. No, what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do like, but there. We need to step up. And the Moses, I invite him because he's trying to learn. And this today, if we're going to analyze the books, it's very informative, but you guys need to talk a lot. Because what I mean, I need to say so almost, I don't know if I'm sorry, but but last time I listened part of the video and I was very aggressive with some of you guys saying you have to say that better. But like, I don't understand you, because I feel if you don't tell the whole definition, the whole words, I know you know, but half of knowing is not enough. I need to know that you know. And this is the part when you talk to investors, and not investors because, yes, investors, but like people that want to do the business with you, you need to know what you're saying, and you need to feel that. And that's why I think these objections are so good. Because when I read this, it's like, wow, this is what I was thinking before. This was my stops. This was my objections. Are you coming? So I am cheating because I'm using the red book. Yes, I don't know all the objections by heart. I don't remember in the white book. We guys stop using it. We should dev structure. No. We stop with this. I don't know why. But I didn't see that part as good as in the red book. This is already what is left here is that we need to analyze. It's already advanced in a way, good, but you don't have the deal. This is already how to structure the commissions, how to start the segregations, and it's there.
It says it in that book. I have that book on my nightstand. I have it.
Well, what happened? You got in a bit late, but we already analyzed like the first altogether 10 chapters. We're in chapter 10, and then it becomes for me a bit mucha teoría. How can I say that in English? Theory. Because now, I mean, there's a whole chapter about cap rate. And am I going to make money knowing exactly what cap rate is? I don't know. But that's why we jump into the last 2 weeks. Well, okay, how do I start investing? What do you want? And for me, it was okay, we need to convince somebody. And that's the way you are going to convince yourself. And you guys all the same, I think. We don't want to sell smoky mirrors. So the only way we're going to be able to sell what we want to sell is like understanding it. We have Mr. Analytical, Mr. Anadan. So he's going to guess why do we, I mean, we're not going to look if you didn't paint yourself today or what lipsticks you have. We don't look what your nails. Show us your faces, ladies.
I'm driving.
You're driving, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up. I have to make a quick phone call and I'm gonna jump right back on and then I'll be on my
Okay.
computer. Okay,
That's
bye.
okay. So, I mean, this book, you guys have it or you don't have it? YouTube. Best ever. Okay. You need to get it. I tell you, these are the two books. This one is more talking. This one is a manual of the business. What I don't see this one is explaining how to do the business. It's just a manual. So, and it's very deep. So I think people get confused. No, my dog is trying to go out. You crazy? No.
What type of
Go.
dog
We're gonna Zoom. Okay.
dog is it?
Hmm?
¿Qué tipo de perro? What type of dog?
No, you don't want to know. I have a Chihuahua. And my ex-dog is a Rottweiler. I went from a Rottweiler to a Chihuahua, which my daughter sometimes dress up and I need to walk her out. But she has the back door, at least not the front door, but the back door.
That's funny.
What do you want, lady? Go up.
Samara, are you in town for the holidays?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm doing some mini trips, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You?
No, I'm traveling. I'll be going to India to see family.
India, but you don't have Thanksgiving in India, no?
What's that?
You don't have Thanksgiving in India, no?
No, not Thanksgiving. No, it is for next month.
Oh, you're doing the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, you're traveling there. You might as well stay for.
Yeah, guys, 2024 is gone.
I know. That's why I'm feeling a little overwhelmed trying to get things done.
Scary. Okay, let's start because we couldn't do it last Thursday, so we had to start. I don't know who is this guy. Mason, did I send it to him? Yes. Okay. Well, it's late. They can watch it on the YouTube. We have in YouTube because in order to put it, I need to put it in YouTube in order to share it in the school. But I'm not. This thing is only for you guys. I'm not promoting these videos. Okay. Objection as per Mr. Shoe Fairless, which is writer of the best ever apartment syndication book. Watch him in YouTube. What the hell is my camera? Watch him in YouTube and you will see he's very good. He's very good. Tier number 1, he separates the objections into. I'm going to open an Excel that I have because I want to write some of the best ones so we can share later. The first one, a line of interest. One second, this is not. It's calling me now. Amir. I don't know if it's Amir, but I think I know him. Too late. Common investor questions. Okay, this is true. This is the first one. He's going to have team questions and personal questions. Let's go with the team questions, what they call team questions. Team-related questions. People is going to ask you, how much money do you have in the deal? Because, why they ask you that?
I want to know if
They want to make sure you have skin in the game.
Yes, but I think it's more than that. They're scared. They're scared of doing it. People like to be monkey. I do. If you do it, I do it. I don't. I didn't ask people. Yeah, of course. If you, the person is in the deal, like when I started investing in stocks and I lost all the money, I did it because my investor friend, he was rich. I'm like, okay, if you're doing it, I do it with you. But I mean, what would be an answer you will tell him? What was the answer? If you know the LP, GP situation, how do you answer that when they tell you, do you have a skin in the game? Do you have how much money you have in the deal? You need to think and talk.
Yeah, I mean, depends how much you have. If you have anything.
No, but no, you don't have. You don't have.
Oh, well, you can say, like, me and my partners will be putting in 10% of the whatever. So it doesn't have to be just you, right? It could be like,
Right. No, one thing that yes, they always do in this type of segregation is, okay, I'm going to invest my equity earning, my commission that is invested. That you do that. But I think depending on how you structure the deal, you need to go back to the sponsor and the knowledge. We usually, when we do segregation, we are the sponsors, or we are putting the sponsor on them. LPs, they are not the sponsors. They need to understand, and the loan is very important. You cannot get a loan. In order to get a loan, you need to be someone. You need to have good credit. You need to have properties. Remember, this is not for just a multifamily. This is more thinking 20 units, 30 units. There's no way you can get 20 units or 30 units if you don't have that 1-to-1 ratio in equity. And it's equity. It's not, I thought it was gross. No, it's equity. They want liquidity. And they will ask you, I don't know, we've been asking all that. They will ask you, what apartments did you do? What experience you have? I need to know you know how to manage buildings in order to lend you money. I can have a lot of money in the bank, it doesn't count. Unless a lot, okay? But if you have the same amount, 3 million cash, and you want to do a $5 million deal, no good. If you want to put it as down payment, that's different. But if you're just showing capital, you're not showing me you know how to manage this building, this project. So the part that I encountered that with a lady once, this lady, she was so upset, not upset, like it was obsessed with the fact that we're not putting money in that deal. And she didn't do it at the end. But I can understand that because she was an investor in residential, so she knew she was a hands-on in different things. But then when I asked her, when you used to sell to Venezuela, did you ask your investor to that you put money? And it was, oh no, but like, okay, so it's okay for you to sell, not invest in money, but now you want to invest in a new world, multifamily, you know what can do it, but you don't want to do it that way. So you cannot fight, a mind. When the guy is set up to the wrong situation, if they don't understand that this has to be a win-win situation, I still think you have to do a lot of study before you invest with somebody. You cannot be like Anadan and Samar that they invest without doing studies. You two guys are too aggressive. Too aggressive. So the question to that is you need to sell your experience. You need to sell your experience because there is no answer to did I put money or not. That's what he says. This important, very important question. How many of your investors have invested in multiple deals? How many of this one you have done before? That is a good question. That is a question that you should ask, and you should be able to answer the person. But it's obviously if you have experience or not. But you have to be ready for for that question and to answer it, and that's very strong. Meaning,
So it's asking how many of your investors have done multiple deals?
yeah, how many times you have these type of deals in multiple investors?
So the
How
question
many
is
times
what
have
you
you?
mean.
He doesn't want to use the word segregation, not to make it so complicated. It's not segregation, but how many times have you done it? How many times have you done it with other investors?
Like collected money from other investors and
Right,
done a deal.
and use the deal. That's a good one. Of course, the only way to answer that is you need to have done it.
Yeah. And you know what's a good one though, I have to say, is like referrals. I mean, doesn't have to be like, but for example, I mean, talking to Ryan before I invested was very helpful because he was, he was very informative, and that really, if you're in the middle, that helps.
Do you have family and friends to invest in this opportunity? That's a stupid question, but they never asked me that one. But of course, I have all my friends already, so I need to be successful. If not, I'm going to be out of friends. Do I have family and friends? Yes, guys. I have family and friends. My daughter invested with me. Can show you she put all her money into one of the deals, which the one we're selling now, 2469. So yes, and that I think is very good when you answer yes, because okay, if you bring your family and your friends, if you don't know what you're doing, you're crazy. And it's nothing wrong with that. More people will do it, but they know you care. I mean, if somebody answer me, no, I don't use my friends. I will be like, what the heck are you talking about? That's the first person you go to ask your friends. The answer. He has a good answer here. He says, okay, instead of just, if you don't have friends and family in your deals, speak about what type of relationship you have with your investors, how you met them, how long you know them for. Or of course, I mean, Manuela is not now here. I don't know if she's trying to get in or not. She's coming back. I guess the phone call was, but I shouldn't say it. We asked her when she comes back, but she was one of the person that shocked me because she was in my house and she said, "Wow, I'm impressed by the fact that all the guys invested with you. They know you for a long time, because one of these guys that were from India, Rashid, and then they rented with me, they bought a house with me, and now they invest money with me. So I knew them like for 6 years." So of course, if a person can handle that type of length in relationship, and it was also some kind of friendship and some kind of money, then it shows the stability. And that's what he said. Now kind of I trust you. Because she saw a family, so she likes the person, but also she saw a business person around Louis. How many investors do you have in a typical deal? That doesn't matter. I mean, it's a silly question. What is your experience? I mean, that's why I like this book, because he's teaching me how to sell myself. So he says, hey, leverage both your previous experience and your team members. That's key, and that's key when you're going to sell. And that's why I tell you guys, okay, tomorrow you sell, it's not you. You sell us. My team has this portfolio. My team has done this. This person have done that. Now you look that you had experience, because the people that is surrounding you, they have experience and they have knowledge and whatever title of what experience they do. Experience to convey your ability to successfully acquire and operate an apartment deal. That's a good one. You don't have never to say, well, it's my first deal. No. If you're working with us, that's your number 15, 20 deals, because your team has done it. That's when some people say we have 500 years, 200 years of experience, when you add the experience of the people in the team. That's an easy way to break the ice.
So, are you looking at other investors? are you looking at other like outside investors? Is that why we're doing this exercise, right? In preparation.
Yeah, I mean, well, remember, we're trying to get how are you going to buy one? I
Okay.
think by the end of this conversation, you guys are going to know why you need to look into the person you're going to invest with, and the person we are building here is you. So like here, if I say, okay, show me your team members, well, find team members that know. It's telling you if you want to invest in real estate and you're serious, you're not going to buy flaky out there. Hey, you need to know a general contractor. You need to know a construction guy. You need to know a bank. You need to know who you're going to talk with.
Yeah.
If not, and it doesn't mean that you have to be as good as know everything out there, but you need to understand when they talk to you back. Yesterday, we were in a conversation with Armando, and this guy said, "No, I did over 50 flips," and we asked him about a DSCR loan, and he's like, "I don't know what is a DSCR loan." Like, what? Like, how did you do the flips, and then what happened with the flips, or what you were doing? And he was an older person, probably 40. Me saying older 40. He wasn't a young person. He wasn't a young 20 years old. But anyway, what is your experience? It doesn't matter what is your experience. It's what your team around you has experienced. And for you, find people that knows. If you don't know. But be serious about it. Number 6, there are many apartments in market. This one is okay. You need to, he's asking, okay, there's so many projects and syndications groups. Why should I invest with you? And the answer, because I'm not going to guess this one. The way to differentiate yourself is transparency, trust, and alignment with your investors. For me, that's politically correct. I don't know what you're talking about. Like blah, 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 blah. Transparency. Well, how do I have transparency? Alignment with your investors. And trust. Trust is the... Ask me again. Trust is... Trust, yes, we know we need trust, but to build trust takes a long time. And transparency, yes, we want to have transparency. That's what I don't like when they just talk nice and they don't say anything. But remember, the question was how I differentiate myself from other indicators. And he's going back to the same as before. He can say, oh, I have an engineer who has 33 years experience. You invite the team. We give back to charity. That's BS. Guys, I don't have an answer for this question. Because all the answer is here is blah, blah, blah. Only about experience. This one is a good question. And this one is good. How do you know your business partner? Guys, I don't know how many, have you got partnerships before? Have you had companies and you partner with someone?
Yes.
So what you guys can tell me about partners?
I mean, for me, you have to make sure that you had started a business, and the partner I had was, you have to make sure that they are financially stable. That's critical. Otherwise, they're driven by they will be driven by their own objective instead of the objective of what we're all trying to achieve as a team. You know what I mean? So
yes, but you're asking a lot. I mean, sometimes they might have a very good skill and you use them. But
yeah,
yes, of course, if they have stability, they're going to be a nice partner because they are nice, but I think you're asking too much.
No, in my situation was because he was a developer, so he was charging more than he should. I think, in my opinion, I charging more, so that's what caused I think the conflict. Like, and so anyway, and that was a
No,
particular.
I mean, I tell you, I have many times that situation, and yes, the problem is when you say, okay, let's put money, you have a problem, let's put 2,000. I don't have the money, and that is very hard. Or when you want to sell something and being in the situations that they're so eager for that commission, they want to fight some other commission or the deal that the client is not important, and that will kill. I mean, I'm very the client guys is BS, but yes, for me the client is very important.
Yeah.
I've been in wrong things, and at the end, when I start a fight, at the end, say, the guys, I didn't change. I'm the same person. This went wrong, went south. I don't change. I'm the same person when we make money and we don't make money.
Yeah.
People, when they don't make money, they start thinking you are the worst person ever in the world, blah, 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 blah. But unfortunately, yes, partnership is very, very, very hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
I tell people, yes, we get along very well, and it was surprising for me that the two wives get along very well too, and it still is not perfect. And what you say about the financial level is very important because if you want to grow, they need to have a mindset to grow. Or are these people that make money and they start spending a lot of money what they have? I mean, at this point in my life, I don't know what is a partner. I did so many partnerships, and some that are not in them, and you will meet when you go to my office. My partner, I know her, my ex-partner, and I was partnering with his wife. We know each other for 30 years. We broke up as a company, but still, because we say, hey, we cannot be a company together, but we're still friends because we're my friends and then we're my friends. And that's it. I'm not saying that all my partners were bad. It's just we didn't work out.
Right. Different objectives.
But I think because my partnerships also were too mom and papa. It's like we're like now with Jay. We are the whole company. I didn't buy a huge company with partners that you can handle and have it. We're too mom and papa, too close. So always something happened that doesn't align us with the same things. But how do you mean? Explain how you met business partner, deals you have done with him, skill sets, blah, blah, blah. That's a good one.
So wait, I'm confused. So what would be like how do we answer that? Like what are we supposed to focus on? Just the things you stated, or do we look at
No, well, I will go for again skills. Like for example, you and I mean, I can start talking to you how I know Bishu, how I know Jim, that I know them for before, so that you feel a bit comfortable. Okay, if they know Luis for 20 years and they don't tell me nothing bad about him, it shouldn't be things bad. So that's all you wanna sell to a new person. It's like, yeah, I'm, but this is Luis. I mean, I know I'm talking too much about myself, but I'm for long time relationship. I'm a people person. I mean, I like some people, and I'm like, you guys are good. You are special people. I mean, we had a breakfast with Samar. We were talking like we knew. We were flowing information. Then she disappeared. She didn't like the conversation, but I like the breakfast with her. And that's the people I deal. I mean, I don't need. Sometimes I meet you in 10 minutes, and I like you. We can do business or not, but I can do business with this person. How do you meet a business partner? I don't know.
But also, don't you think that also, so you know, you like you said about skills, and then when you make the arrangement, like in my situation, like when I did the startup, the person had equity and there was like cash arrangement. So I think it also depends how you do the arrangement, where, you know, you're kind of working together, complementing each other, but you're not binded with each other. Like you can still, you know what I mean? You can still kind of, you're still two different entities where you can't, if the wrong of one person doesn't mess you up, you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
So
One thing that I mean, I don't have. I mean, when my lawyer saw what the way we build the company with Jay and I, or our wives, he would look at us like, "You are crazy, guys. We're not organized. I own a building. He owns another building. My building could be 3 million. He could be million. We're like we are just without a paper. And something happened to me. Ariana is the owner of everything. Jay is out. So I'm not very organized. I need more organization on that. But one thing that I learned, and it's important who I do business with, because of one issue we had with a flipping, and it's kind of like the one we're doing with you. That's the people who were before. I don't. You're going to hear one day from them. At a moment, this deal was supposed to go one way. It didn't go that way, and then they start saying, "Oh, we still need to put money because of the we didn't build it, so we need to put money to put to keep on paying our money." And I said, "No, I don't want to put more money. That's it. I'm done." But they didn't want to sell. They want to keep on owning because they knew there was a big profit when we finished. Guys, you cannot only keep being owner with the project, and you're going to be owner of the profit if you're not going to put the stupid $500 per month just because you think it's too much. And when we went to my lawyer to talk about it, it's like, guys, you don't have an agreement for that. We own the company together, but the operating agreement was very generic. Right now, if I'm serious, my next project that I'm going to do with one people, which I didn't even do it with Anadan, because Anadan is as a disaster as I am. We're like believing each other. We should be more careful about that. I will put one clause that it says, okay, first capital we put in 20,000 or whatever it was. That will create the profit. So those 20,000 is going to create 50,000. Now, if during the process you, for any reason, don't want to put $1,000, that is coming out of your initial capital. That percentage is going to define how much profit you have. Meaning it was 10, let's say we put 10 and 10. So we're going to split the profit 25, 25. Well, if you don't put 2,000, you lost 20% of your profit. So now when we're going to go to sell, I'm going to make 60. I'm going to get 60%, and you're going to get only 40. So people cannot tell me along the way, oh, I'm not going to put more money. Because if there were 3 people, and it's not fair that the other 2 people will put the money. So you should have an agreement of when you do this type of flip. What happens if one of the capital investors decides to stop putting money? And the only way to hurt that person is, okay, if you're going to stop putting money, we're taking it away from your initial capital, which will affect percentage of your profit. Then you will think about it. But that's totally out of the situation today. We'll discuss how to do an operating agreement. We should discuss another time, and it's very important because you have to be very, very careful with that, because people can change their minds. Then, where did your business partner work before? Blah blah blah. Important. this is good. And have you ever taken a deal full cycle? That's a question you want to ask. If you ask any of the realtors people buy from, they're going to tell you, what are you talking about? Because they never did the full cycle. They only do the sell. So imagine to you, okay, you want to understand the full cycle. Because we're so eager to buy, we need to know the exit strategy. So of course, when you ask yourself, when you ask the partner you're working with, have you ever done a full cycle? That's very important, so they know. And the answer that he's giving is, again, if you have not done it, look for somebody that have done it in your team and use the leverage of him. That's the answer he has. Because that's a good question. It deserves an answer. And it could be a deal breaker for an investor, because if I'm going to be your guinea pig, is the first time you're going to do this, I don't know if I want to invest with you. Now, business plan related question. Very important, this one. He's a bit too specific. Is the investment in a fund or an individual asset? Which one you guys will prefer?
Me an individual asset.
Yeah, me too. I think if it depends on the deal, but I think at a personal level would be individual asset, but I think like a project that you're doing, the big one, that might be a fund.
Yeah, both are good. You're not going to learn much in a fund, but yes, I mean, remember, if they're diversified and they're buying 2-3 assets, if one goes wrong, you still can make money on the other one. But definitely, it will be easy to understand. If you are involved in understanding the deal, yeah, you want one asset. I don't want 2-3 assets. Why do I need to put 3 assets? Let's get one and let it go. Like, for example, Anna and the deal we're looking, all these single families, all these different assets, it was a mess because it was different assets. They didn't even know how to price it out.
But on the flip side, we would want to manage a fund, right? It'll be easier dealing with investors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's it's not a fair question, not a fair answer question. And like, I said that yesterday in meeting I was like, yes, when you manage money, it's easier. But to get to manage money, we are not getting yet to buy a house or to buy a multifamily. How you tell me? Let's manage money. Yeah, the richest person in the world is who are the one who manage funds. But that's a lot of knowledge and a lot of responsibility and blah blah blah. But if you tell me today, I think us that we're growing, do I look for money only or to go into the fund, or do I look for assets? Let's go for assets. Let's prove ourselves that we can do business right, and then the money comes. And if we don't hit the funds, at least we have the asset and we can live happily after. So let's get assets. How many deals do you have on the contract? How many you're doing this year? Blah, good questions, blah, blah. Okay. This one is a tough one because I don't have the answer. I know I need to get the answer. How do you tax work with your investments? Assure them that you will provide your investor with a scheduled key one tax form. That I owe you that one. I know you have more experience. You did some key ones. Yes, remember, some people buy only for the depreciation of the buildings to offset their income. Are we dealing with that people? I don't think so. I mean, I never had, in one of my investors, I'm not so rich that they only care about offset gains. But yes, they know real estate is one of the best places to offset gains. I have an accountant that is going to come to do a speech. I'm going to try to do more. In 15 minutes, he's not going to be able to explain that. He's going to become my accountant because my ex-accountant is not as good in portfolio. But
Mhm.
I haven't had the talk for him to really guide me how to sell depreciation of the buildings to the people to offset money.
Can you explain a little bit the definition of offsetting the money? Like you said about your investor.
Yes. If let's say you're a company that make money, or even as a person, if you made $150,000 or $250,000 each year, the government is going to tax you crazy, like 40%. No? So, like we're explaining that day in the calculator, that the interest become part of your expense.
Yeah.
So the building can be depreciated in 27 years, and you can accelerate that depreciation. You can say, well, I want, if this year I cannot hide my $250,000 profits, I want 150 at least of something that will offset that gain. So I'm going to be charged taxes only 100.
Yeah.
So you are making money because you didn't pay the 30% on the 150.
Yep.
That's what some investors that have so much money thereafter. But I mean, unless you're in that situation, but in that situation, and when this accountant comes, Marco Maccini, I need to talk to him. I just keep being so busy, and I haven't talked to him. But I refer people to him. What type of financing do you typically do? These asset rates, terms, loan to value. That's a whole other. You need to know. That's why you need to know our loans and this. We're not going to discuss now because that will take us a lot of talk. We can do another day. I will put it here. How? Because this is very important in one way, and I'm telling you because I'm suffering that right now. Okay, I'm sharing my personal experience. Somebody, we cash out all the money as much as we can. We do 25-75 in the DCRs. What that means then that my cash flow is very bad because I took all the money out of the building. So my cash flow on our investments are very bad because you expect, if you have $1 million building, you expect $50,000 a year. Well, we're not making $50,000 a year of net profit on $1 million. Why? Because we cash out all the money, or all the money. We have a very large debt as much as we can. Right now, I'm trying to buy things. I would love to buy 1090. That's your perfect loan. In fact, a multifamily, you want to buy 595 because you don't put money in, but your debt is going to be so large that you're not going to cash flow.
Wait, what did you say? What was the last part?
You can buy Fannie Mae today 5% down.
Got you. Yeah, the 5%.
But if you expect to make money from that building, you're not going to make money from the building unless you bought so well.
Right.
Even if you do a value add, you're going to invest a lot of money on construction.
Right.
So you're not going to cash flow nice, or at least what people expect or you expect. But you cannot, it's the rule. Besides, we are on top of high interest rate. If I will have interest rate like before at 4%, I will not have a conversation with you guys maybe on Monday. If I had all my buildings at 4%. But that's when you need to know the cycle, and you need to know the game, and you need to know what you are into. We are for the long run. And that's why we say we can talk about loans, and ask me or tell me, okay, let's because guys, you made me talk a lot, and I love to talk, but I don't know if you know. I don't know. What is the best scenario? I mean, because you're on the top right, okay? What is the best? You're buying a multifamily. What is your dream financial scenario?
I mean,
$1 million multifamily you're buying. What is your dream financial value?
dream financial value or situation?
Situation. What is your dream
I
of
mean,
a model to buy a multifamily? But we're talking real. I'm not saying dream. We're not dreaming. We're real dream.
I mean, the ideal would be like, you have the cash to buy it.
No. That's dreaming. You will not be here if you have $1 million.
Okay.
You're a normal person.
Normal, I guess I'd say, you've got enough cash for the down payment
Not enough pleasure, not enough work.
for 20%, except you wouldn't necessarily put all that cash into that. You would probably put down 50% of the deposit and then raise another 50.
You're going too mushy there. You're not, you want to raise money. That's too smart. We're buying next month, so you be more simple.
Well, yeah, no, that's why.
But you say something right. You need. That's one thing you need to think. Cash flow, down payment.
Yeah. So maybe, okay, maybe I would put the EMD and then yeah, but I think raising some money is a good way. I mean, you said dreaming, right? So like ideally if I can raise the 50%, I would raise the 50% of the deposit and not use all.
But you saw how hard it was to raise money. You were raising money with me, and it wasn't easy to raise money. So
yeah, but you said $1 million, right? So we're looking at 200,000. So
it's still hard. But anyway, what down payment you want to put?
Down payment? Oh, I mean, yeah, 200.
20%.
Oh, you mean me personally?
Yeah, on the dream loan we're doing.
I don't know. I would probably want to limit my personal cash investment to somewhere between 35 and 50.
No, I'm not talking about the amount. You need percentages. You say percentage, you want to put 20% or you
No,
need...
no. I want to limit my cash input to between 35,000 and 50,000.
Well,
and then raise the rest.
At least you need 5%. So you are more than 50. $1 million, you need more than 50. You need 5%.
Okay, so
unless you
fine.
raise money.
So 50 of my personal, but then I would raise the rest.
5%. You raise the rest. And what type of loan?
Well, it's multifamily. I mean, what's the state of it? Is it rented? Does it need?
It's rented. It's good. It's doable conditions.
Okay. So, yeah, anyway, I assume maybe it needs some fixing up. So I would do a DSCR loan and hopefully maybe in a dream scenario I've got a reputation with the investors where I can raise more than the deposit and I can give them some of that equity without having to
one
use
big question
DSCR.
for all of you. You already answered many times, but it really depends. So DSCR loan, do you do interest only or you do amortizable loan?
I guess today, if we're buying next month, I would probably do interest only.
Okay.
Only because...
Be there because no answer yet. I want them to think too.
Okay.
So then we share all that together. Manolani, in the middle. What is your dream financial scenario to buy the next multifamily? We buy it together. We buy as a group. You buy yourself. Don't. But what is your dream financial scenario?
Ideal would be buy a cash and not have insurance.
That's That's good, but let's play. I played the lotto yesterday against my daughter's situation. They were
Buy
paying
cash and no
20
insurance.
wins. I'm still here. I was perfect, 0 number. I didn't get even 1 number. So we're still here. So another one. Give me a loan that we can do tomorrow.
Ideally would be to raise 20% capital. So find 200 grand on $1 million loan. And I would do the DSCR amortizable.
More to sell.
I would want
Okay.
it fixed. I would want it fixed.
No, well, but interest only doesn't mean it's not fixed. But you like amortizable loan. Okay.
Yeah.
Amar, what is your
My dream, okay.
financial loan to purchase now?
Oh, financial loan.
Financial scenario.
But well, ideally, if if I'm doing this for myself, I would want to do the 5% and live in it like the house hack. But depends, right, on the neighborhood, all this sort of stuff, because my price point is lower, you know. But yeah, if not, I'll do the DSCR. I've never done the interest only. I know you mentioned the interest only, Louis, that it's beneficial because your monthly is lower, and then you have a bit more control. So I don't have experience with the monthly payment, interest only. But yeah, it would be in my case.
Moses, can you speak or is working so that I cannot speak? My ideal scenario loan. So yes, the down payment.
I'm bad. I can hear you. I was trying to figure out how to work this.
Can you speak or?
Yeah, I can speak.
Okay. What is your financial dream loan? No, your financial scenario that you use to buy a multifamily.
Probably the debt service for DSCR loan.
Okay, and how much down payment?
20%.
Okay, we'll discuss in a second. And then if I ask you interest only or amortizable loan?
Interest only.
You're going to say why then. Okay, good. So we have a couple of interest only, a couple of amortizable loan. The down payment down, I still think, yeah, the less you put is always better, but then it will hurt your cash flow, like I was telling you now. If you want cash flow every month, you're in a situation I want to leave my work, so I want this building to give me $5,000 a month. You cannot think in 5% down. So the down payment, the only problem you have with down payment is that will affect your cash flow. So there is no right or wrong. You're not going to make a mistake. It's either I want more cash flow or less cash flow, or do I have the money or I don't have the money.
Yeah, I didn't think about the cash flow. Yep.
But then on the interest only or amortizable loan, guys, you remember when I played last time? Not all of you were not there. When I played the table amortization, I play a lot with the table amortization. I will defend interest only. When you use an amortization, okay, one thing that I think, Manlani, you were mistaken thinking interest only is variable. No, interest only is fixed too. So if you compare a payment of interest only and a payment for amortizable loan, who can tell me the difference in that I want to hear though, the difference into one or the other one? What is the difference, the payment? What is the difference of the interest only or amortizable loan? Like
The interest
kind of
only
like what
gonna be
Samar
higher.
said before. Samar said something about it before.
One is only interest, the other one has principal in taxes and insurance as
Well,
well.
that's a definition. Now you're being too mathematically. We know the definition, hopefully. But
It could be
can I
negligible.
change the amortizable loan? That amount fixed, can it be changed during the 30 years?
No.
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 That's the key. It's a stupid loan that's selling to stupid people to do what the bank wants. The bank wants to have the scenario he wants to totally. So I want to tell you, sorry to use that word, okay, guys, but yes. Hey, you guys are stupid. So if I don't give you an amortizable loan, you're never going to pay it off. When you look at that table, you always are charging interest. So if I have interest only, I put the amortization. How much principal I want to put? What I want. If you want a 15-year loan, you put more money. If you want a 30-year loan, you put less money. If you want a 50 years loan, you put less principal, like zero. Like if you put zero, you never pay it off. You have an infinity loan. So you are in control. So we shouldn't, that's why I say that the bank is telling me, no, you're stupid, you're never going to pay me off the loan, so I'm going to make you pay this. The same thing the credit cards make you pay very little minimum payment, so I keep you in debt. Because it's a small amount. If it was a large amount, they want to be fixed and it's not collateral with nothing. So interest only is the best. Because you can do whatever you want. But better than that, guys, this is the part that is important for me. Okay, I have $10,000. I want to invest. Where can I invest? In my loan. Because the moment I pay down my loan, I'm making today 7% interest free because you're not going to get taxed on that income. So you're making money and you already have your investment in front of you that you can invest as much as you want. And every time you invest, your payment lowers down because you're paying interest on principal left. So you're going to have more cash flow. So you're in control.
Is the interest only loan it's a higher interest, right? Though, is that
sometimes they give you, yes, they put you like 0.25 more. Still, it's your advantage. And I will give you the magic of the day. And I have it in many houses. You buy this interest only, and you put a line of credit as a second mortgage position. Then you have your dream loan. This is the dream loan. Why? Because if next month I don't have money, all I have to do is put money from my HELOC and pay the interest on the first one and on the second one. If you have a HELOC, you can always put money in and you can take it out. There is a type of loan like that. It was called like a piggy bank. If you only have if you have a HELOC as a mortgage, forget the first one. Okay? Let's say you have a HELOC as a mortgage. That's what you should do. You are in control. You pay interest only, or you pay as much principal as you want. And if next month you have principal there, next month you don't have the monthly payment, which is charge you, you tell them, charge it to the line of credit. I don't have money. 6 months, I'm going on vacation. But you create a principal, hey, borrow from my line of credit. I don't have to pay my monthly payment for 6 months. But no bank will give you a HELOC on a multifamily that I know, because you are in control. Tomorrow you need all your money, you take it and you disappear. And you drop the building down, it's in bad shape, it's full of fungus, you cannot pay it. They are stuck with the debt. You have too much control on a HELOC. That's why the banks will not give it to you. You can take all the money out if there is a problem. Even if there's a hurricane coming, you can take all the money out before 14 days, because when you get into the gap of the hurricane, they don't let you take the money out. Guys, we're totally controlled by the banks. But anyway, forget that part. let's get about being smart with any debt we have is interest only. You want the money is worth today, so you want to have control. I'm not going to do it now. Whenever you want, guys, we'll go back to the amortization table. And like when I was playing, put more money, put this, put that. You control the payment. It's a lie. When I used to sell these mortgages, but then when people will come to me and say, oh, I went to the bank and I refinanced into a 15-year loan, I look at them and want to kill them. Why? Unless they give you a very good rate, which yes, they do, because you're crazy. You don't need to refinance. You don't need to pay anything. All you need to do is increase your principal to the same payment as a 15 years, and you have a 15-year loan. But that, again, I mean, it's some mathematics. We're going to learn it anytime you want. It doesn't give you the power to sell or to buy, but it gives you the power, guys, to control.
Can I ask you a question? So, okay, so with an amortization loan, let's say it's a 15-year, right? Let's say I got a 15-year, and I make these, what do they call them? Balloon payments. Like once a year, I put, let's say, boom, $10,000, whatever, with a goal of, you know, buying paying the principal
In
in
10 years.
am-
In 10 years or 8 years. You got there's calculators out there. You say, I want to pay in 8 years this loan.
in 8 years. Okay. So am I still responsible for the interest from year 9 to
No.
yeah, no, but I'm talking about the amortization. No, that's what I
No. Even on the amortization loan, if you're crazy enough and you pay the full amount, that's it. You're out.
yeah, that's what, because I always ask. So
Yeah. But remember the key here, the amortization is still you're stuck with the payment. So if you have $10,000, you don't get the advantage of investing and lowering your payment to increase the quality of life.
gotcha. Okay.
Again, I'm thinking always financial freedom. So, okay, I need $5,000 a month to have financial freedom. How do I achieve that? And you don't need to buy more. You buy down your loan, and you're going to have lower payment. You're going to have more cash flow.
Yeah, no, I get that. So it's like the more the movement of money, you have flexibility to move the money, while with the amortization, you don't have that.
No, that's why the banks give it to you, because they are in control.
Right.
You want your money out, refinance and do a new loan. Sell your house, refinance. You spend more money.
Right.
It's crazy when you have amortization loan. You pay down a loan. Okay, I have enough equity now. I want to get out. You need to refinance. You need to pay the bank back to get your money out. That's why you always want to have a HELOC. If any of you have a principal home and you have a HELOC on second line on your home, I will kill you. You need to have a HELOC on your house.
Wait, kill you to have it or not to have it?
Not to have it.
Oh, not to have
If
it.
tomorrow I go to you and tell you we can buy this house for $150,000 and it's worth 300, you're going to say I don't have the money. And yes, you have it in the wall of your doors in your house doing nothing, which is okay to have in there doing nothing because it's safe. But if you have a good deal, you can take it out.
Right.
If you don't take it out, it doesn't cost you anything like the credit card.
Well, it costs you the interest rate in the interest of the HELOC.
Only when you take it out. But to have it there waiting for me, no.
Right.
So sorry, but I love that. Any questions about interest only or this or this or that? So if I ask you now, what is your dream? What is our dream financial situation? What should we do? Down payment. Any of you, how much down payment want to put?
I mean,
I don't think we have a choice. It's
yeah,
20.
we have to put down 20.
Yes, you have a choice. You have either 5 or 20.
Oh,
And the
20.
answer is
I would put 5.
Cash flow purposes, 20%.
no, but you don't like actually. Let's 5%. You don't want to put it less because if you want to put it tomorrow, you put it. You are in control. If you have an interest only and tomorrow you want to put the extra 15% because you're not using it to buy other properties, put it. But the first time, don't give it to the bank. 5% down. Yeah, and you can talk in houses, the PMI, blah, blah. So it's a bit more in the houses, but we don't have PMI. DSCR loan, very good. Yes, that's the best I know. Interest only or amortization?
IO.
IO, guys. I don't let you answer anything. IO. Interest only. Don't fear the fact that you're not paying your loan. You're paying it whenever you want. You are in control. And you have to have learned by now, put a HELOC on top of it. Put a HELOC. Do you get, because this is very important, guys, that you learn forever, even in your house. Do you see why I tell you to put a HELOC on second?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, Mrs. Yeah, explain it to me.
Yeah, I mean,
You're taking your sister and telling, okay, you need to put a HELOC and you need to do this and you need to, why?
I mean, yeah, so the idea is with the HELOC, right? So you're getting a loan on, I think it has to be your principal home, right? It has to be the home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's having cash readily available. So when you have a good deal that you can get the return of that HELOC loan, then you have the money available. It's like I mean, I'm familiar with it. I've never done it, but it's the line, basically it's having a line of credit on it.
That's the good part. But besides that, remember, you are a family. You are you. Yes, we only have 2 multifamilies and we have a house. I have $30,000. I don't want to invest it. What do you do with those $30,000? Can I put it in my first mortgage? Can I pay down my first mortgage?
Put it in the second line of credit.
Yeah, but hold on a second. We have to be used to it. Okay, that's where it goes. But like, I have $30,000? Remember what I told you before? I don't want to invest. I don't want to do stock. I'm okay with that. I just want to be safe with this money. I'm investing for my future. What do you do with those $30,000? You have a mortgage that is charging you 7%, guys, in front of you.
Pay it down.
Hey, the principal.
Pay the principal. You're making 7%. With taxes, you're making like 10%. You just lower your monthly payment, have more cash flow. Your problem is, oh, my car breaks down. I need a new car. Can you go back and grab the $30,000 from your mortgage?
Unless you have a HELOC.
And that's why you need a HELOC. Because then you have zero risk. That people that tell you need to have 6 months of expenses. Bullshit. I put it in my house. I make money and I have a HELOC. If I need money, I get it from the HELOC. If I have an emergency, I talk to my friends or I get it from the HELOC. So now I have my money working for me at 7%.
Well, I think that, but the HELOC is more expensive than it's like, I mean, when I recently looked into HELOCs, they were like at 9%. Not recently, it was like 2-3 months ago. It was like,
Yes, they're always prime plus 1 or 2. But again, you only use it when you need it. We had the $30,000 in the hand, making no money and depreciating by itself. And some people love to have that in a saving account at 2%, just in case something happens. Or in the checking account because they like to see a checking account with money. No, that money has to be in the mortgage.
right.
And then if I need it, I use a HELOC. That's a very efficient way to use money. Because even you don't have to go to the HELOC. First, you go to the credit cards for 30 days. If you don't have money, then you have the money from the HELOC and you pay your credit card.
So Luis, as let's say real estate investors, right? Can they get HELOCs? Because like, is there trouble showing income if it's like, you don't have a W-2?
Okay, yes. The ugly part, why everybody doesn't have a HELOC, you need to qualify yourself. yourself and the house. You need to have equity. They only lend you 80% loan to value from your RV price. So up to 80%, whatever is inside that equity, that's what they will lend you. And they qualify you. You need to have good credit, excellent credit, 720 probably. And you need to make money to pay that back the interest. So you cannot, even if you have a house free and clear and you don't have a salary, they're not going to give you a HELOC. But I have all this equity. Yes, but you cannot pay me back. You cannot pay me $1,000 back. All you're going to do is grow, 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 and one day stop paying. So that's the only, yeah, you need to qualify for the HELOC. Move on. But now you have the best scenario, guys. It took me many years to learn that. And you have learned the best scenario to own your home. You can pay it off whenever you want. And if you want, one day I show you my last 3 houses, how do I pay it off? I pay when I want. I never had a 30-year loan.
Wait, yeah.
Why should they invest in apartments? Why? No. Okay, that was 13. We only have 49. How frequently will I get paid? Well, that's a very good question, but we're not going to answer that because we're not going to go into all the different type of waterfalls you can get. But yes, there is another investment that we're trying to get into is like, okay, let's get people that just want to have passive money there. That's why they pay you 12, 10%. And we use that money and we pay them rents and all that. Too complicated, guys. You're not getting that. I mean, too many numbers for $1 million, one multifamily, we cannot do that. Can you walk me through the typical investment from an investor point of view? That's a great question, guys. Can you walk me through a typical investment from an investor point of view? The answer is in chapter 9, which another day we'll have it for this book. And he says, for you, create a company presentation, outline the details of the investment strategy, the exit strategy, be ready for questions, tell them about preferred returns, profit splits, IRR, cap rates, and the expected hold period, blah, blah, blah. So the question is great. The answer is do a model. And that's something we're trying to do. Remember, we did the system, how to buy one, what to price one. Well, now, like we just did, next classes, that's what classes or meetings, that's what we're going to do. We're going to create the process. So you know what is going to happen in the process, and you build it and you prepare for it. Okay? Or did I lose you guys? That's beautiful. Like I was telling you, Anna, the moment you modified last time the calculator, that's the process. You know what you want to happen. If we are able to do a presentation, and that could be the homework. Hey, let's do a presentation, PowerPoint, of how the process of a purchase it is with real numbers. I will send the homework, and we do with the fourplex.
Did I miss the part? Did I miss the part where you did like you said you created script like basically like showing off like what you would present most often to an investor? Did I miss that?
No, you didn't miss it. The situation is that you guys think I know too much. I don't know too much. And this was the first time in my life I'm doing objections and scripts for multifamily. I'm not a mentor for a script. I thought by being as smart, we're going to get a script because we're going to sell to ourselves. So yes, I told you we're going to create a script to sell. But first, we're understanding the sell, then we create a script. We didn't create the script.
Because what I did was I took what you sent me, the subject shoot, and I indicated numbers and like made like kind of like a script out of the numbers that you had sent me. You want me to like present it to you?
Yes. But I can make you a hostess.
So
You
I
can
put
even-
like a little, like, it was like a little thing. It was like, okay. So I put, thank you for taking the time to meet today. I'm excited to present a promising value add opportunity that combines with strategic acquisition with detailed rehab plan.
you went too fast, at least for my English.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay. Thank you for taking the time to meet today. I'm excited to present a promising value add opportunity that combines a strategic acquisition with a detailed rehab plan to generate substantial returns in just 4 months. This project has been meticulously structured to minimize risk and maximize profitability, and I believe it aligns with your investment. So, number one is overview of the property. So the property we're looking at is being acquired for $235,000 with a rehab budget of $70,000 to enhance its value significantly. After factoring,
Moses, that's good. Send me the script, and what you wanna do me a presentation, or guys. That's what we're going to do. Do a presentation of a cell, but do it in PowerPoint. Do it in slides that you show me a slide, either whatever you wanna, however you wanna do. You show me a slide with these are numbers. You explain one slide, you explain one slide. So either whoever knows how to use PowerPoint, use PowerPoint. Don't use PowerPoint, whatever Canvas is good. You just do slides, and each of us is going to present the project. The project we're going to use is fourplex. I will send you guys the numbers. The fourplex on 3311, because there's still two to buy at $625,000. So we can sell it. So I will send you the homework. And those words, I mean, I couldn't understand the words, they're good, but we do it live as a presentation to somebody so we can ask you questions. Each of us will do that presentation. So we'll send you the homework, and next time you do it, but you give me a vision. If not, you are vomiting too much information right now, so we get lost. But if you have a paper in front of me and you have this, we follow you. That's why I want you to have images.
okay.
Okay? And let's take some time to keep going a bit, advance a bit. Why should I invest in apartments? You should know that by now. Why did you decide to pursue the type of business model? Okay, this is the part. It's like, I will send, this is very good. How did you pursue this type of business model? What happened to me? AI wants to work with us. What happened to me when I started with value add, and then I went to different meetings and they told me we buy value add, I was like, oh shit, we're doing the right thing. I mean, I went to a webinar and the guy said, we buy value add for this. I buy value add because I didn't know how to buy anything else. The other ones were too expensive for me. I didn't thought I was buying just value add. But when I went to a seminar, Mastermind Multifamily School, oops, that's the type of model that display me. So yes, you need to know how to explain what you're buying, what you're doing. A model, yes. And that will be part of the presentation. And then I will ask, I'm going to write down the questions, and I want something that is low risk. So what are the major risk factors in investing in apartments? That's a too deep question for this time of the night.
Yeah.
We're almost at 9. Can you provide me with a worst case scenario? No, I don't believe that. How long do I have to keep my money in the deal? That's important. That's simple as important. I will send you all these questions, guys, because they are important, all of them. How long do I have to keep my money in the deal? They are always going to ask you that, and you need to know how to answer that. Unless you do the whole process that we're doing now, you might not know how to answer that. Or do you do what you, but it cannot be a guess. And that's what, guys, there is no guessing in presenting investment. How long you need to keep the money? Do we know? No,
Either,
It
we might sell
depends.
in a month, we might sell in 6 months, we might sell in a year. It depends on the construction, it depends. Yeah, it depends a lot. But you need to have a projection for the guy that is going to give you the money.
I would say 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years minimum. 2 years minimum.
Will they give 2 years with a year extension?
You have to have that in your back pocket, because I tell that to people when we did this building in the squadron. Okay, I like when people use now the BRR. No, I buy the BRW, meaning I'm going to sell when I want at the right time. If we cannot sell, we're going to finish in 2 years. Nobody knows the predictions. In 2 years, the interests are high. Then it's not the best time to sell. We still can sell, but I think you want to tell them, hey guys, what about if we wait some 6 months more and we make more money? And you don't want to be tied up yourself that you told them a signature, I'm going to sell in 18 months, because then what happened if you cannot sell? They're going to sue you. They're going to have so many problems. They're going to be so upset with you. So you don't want to say 18 months. And totally, you need to have the cushion of, if the market, any market special thing, we can extend the sell. At least alone it's profitable. I mean, sometimes if you want to cash out your investment and you want to don't make so much, I still, as long as I get my principal back, let's sell. If anybody is a boat, you want to sell, and let's sell. I love these deals. I love this. How are you finding deals? Well, guys, to you, I'm gonna tell you. To other people, I'm not telling you how I find my deals. It's like that's my business. What markets are you current focused on? Yes, we need to know what is the market. Do I have to submit my financials to anyone? Unless you're big deal now. Who owns the property? That's a very good question. Generally, the asset is owned by LLC set up for the general partner, and the investor buys shares of the LLC. I don't even get to that, but because we did promising notes. But because if you have all this ownership, the day you sell, everybody has to sign. It's a mess, unless you have a very good agreement. Who managed the property? That's very important. Who managed the project? What happened if the project failed? We travel. We change cities and that's it, and we do it again. I don't want to even answer that. What happens if it fails? What type of reserves? That's a complicated one. What are my responsibilities? The investor's sole responsibility is finding the deal. Also, if one of your investors agreed to be in the loan as a warrantor, they need to sign on the loan. Okay, that would those like from the part of the sponsor, what are the responsibilities? Do you guarantee a return? The answer is no. You cannot. In any investment, there's no guarantee. So you cannot guarantee any return. You tell estimates. How do I make money? Chapter 5. It all depends what type of investment it is, when you're going to exit. What is the minimum investment? Good questions. So guys, anyway, what I'm going to do on these questions, because they're not to create the script like Moses was saying, some of them are. I'm going to write it down. You will have it by next Monday, but definitely I'm going to write it down, the homework. Let's sell each other a fourplex as a project. Create the slides, create the picture, show me comps, show me rents, and each of us, more you guys, are going to present the sell. Okay. Last question here is, do you have any tips you can pass on to me or someone who is investing for the first time? That's a great question. His answer, multimillionaire, focus on risk mitigation and conservative opportunities. Explain my 3 immutable laws of real estate investing. Buy for cash flow, secure long-term debt, and have adequate cash reserves. Very nice principle. They're a bit of a dream. But yes, that's the principle. Buy for cash flow. You cannot be negative. Secure long-term debt. He's telling you, don't gamble. Don't do a 5-year fix and whatever rest, because then you are gambling. Have an adequate cash up reserves. Yes, things are going to break down capex. I would say that's a very good. It's about the book, but that's a very way of thinking. But let's call it for the night, guys. I'm going to send the homework, send all these questions, send the name of the book. You already read this one. You can read this one now. Yeah, advance. This one is very good.
I shared a template that I just Googled on Bigger Podcast. I shared it in the group chat.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's someone that was interested, Robert Rixer. I don't log into it often, but I gave him your number, Louis. He was asking, he was interested on the event for tomorrow.
Good. Yes. No, even yeah, it was an Argentinian. I was on Bigger Pocket today and answered a couple of questions. There was this Argentinian guy that wanted to invest. Say, you need to go to the event.
Okay.
Okay. Great. See you guys tomorrow. Don't miss. Tomorrow is going to be good. And thank you for the night. Remember, all this is for you guys. Is in the school. We're going to put it up and you can review it.
Thanks, Louis.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Right.
Good night. Bye bye.